10 things Sigma males will never apologize for. Most of us have faced certain situations where we feel the need to apologize. Many situations do not pertain to our mistakes or faults, but we succumb to an apology because of the necessity. The alpha, especially the beta males, are notorious for over-apologizing, even when it's not their fault. This leads to a weakening of their social stature and a lack of self-esteem. One should apologize when needed, and the guilt has been established as his. Being over-friendly and apologetic lends people a pass to run over you for their self-gains. This is an important life lesson that can be viewed incessantly in the life of a Sigma male. Sigma males are cold, calm, disciplined, and brutally honest. They're not meek weaklings that will go to any lengths to square a dispute and quickly apologize on their behalf. Sigma males will never say sorry unless it's their legitimate fault. Here are a few things you would never find a Sigma male apologizing for. Let's find out what they are. Number 1. Not being emotional. Sigma males are known to be wary of any emotional portrayal of themselves. When it comes to feelings, Sigma males adhere to their secretive, mysterious, and distant approach. They're never too open about their feelings. Their life is shrouded in mystery, and their internal state is hard to anticipate. Sigma males detest wearing their emotions on their sleeves. They loathe being seen as the touchy-feely type that's easy to manipulate. Sigma males prefer being unemotional at all times and have no fear of seeming indifferent, cold, or aloof. They do not regard public displays of feelings and view it as a weakness. Sigma males would never apologize for not being emotional because emotions are a vulnerability for them. To stand out from the crowd and be impossible to trace, harm, or belittle, they suppress their emotions and are never sorry about their behavior. Number 2. His code of ethics. Regarding ethics, values, and principles, Sigma males are known to be highly profound about their code of ethics. They are strict and rigid about morality and never feign indifference to it. They go by their own rules that are not influenced by the changing scenarios. They never compromise on their value system because they believe a person is identified by their moral and ethical conduct. Their principles never falter, even in the face of eternal damnation. Sigma males uphold their code of ethics with the utmost regard. They don't care what society says. They've complete faith in their demeanor and are not ashamed to follow their own set of rules. Their morality and conduct are often admirable, which separates them from all the others. Sigma males will never apologize for their values and ethics, as they're one of the few things that determine their personality and make them proud and self-assured. Number 3. Dropping out of toxic relationships. Relationships can often take a wrong turn, turning into nothing more than a toxic dependency. It takes great courage and strength to recognize the extent of the toxicity and uproot it. Nipping a bad relationship in the bud demands guts and bravery. Since most men out there are simps who would do anything to have a label of committed, will often go to shameful depths of self-despair and apologize incessantly to stay in the relationship. They would disregard their self-esteem entirely and adhere to such a demeaning commitment so they wouldn't be alone or unloved. But Sigma males have an entirely realistic and non-desperate approach. They find it difficult to get into a relationship in the first place because they honor and admire their solitude greatly. Even if they get into a relationship, they would immediately pull the brakes on it when it starts becoming toxic or dependable. Sigma males never feel sorry for pulling themselves out of such a fierce commitment. They're in for all the honorable virtues, but as soon as the dignity of a relationship is jeopardized, they'll pull the plug and take an exit without being sorry about it. Self-satisfaction is more important to them than being loved. Number 4. Refusing. We often encounter people who were just too naive and friendly to say no to someone. People exploit such lovely and caring humans by burdening them with their chores and dumping all their negativities on them. Such people are decent, dainty weaklings who find it socially impossible to refuse anything. It stems from their shyness and kindness that they accept whatever task comes their way. They're those people who want to fit in with a group or a class and assume that by helping everyone out, they'd get their due recognition. On the other hand, Sigma males have no shame or regret in refusing people. As Sigma males are in command of their own lives, they don't feel obligated to help anyone by going out of their way. They're helpful and loyal, but within strict self-oriented limits. They would say no when they believe that the favor asked is either below them or impossible to grant. They would never frustrate themselves with tasks and instead say no when deemed correct, and they won't ever regret it because they come first. Number 5. His faults or a self-identity. Every human is laden with specific faults and character depreciations that are not to be degraded or criticized. No one is ever perfect, and everyone has their own set of imperfections. Most people would become highly apologetic for their faults and mistakes, even when they have no control over them. Sigma males are never apologetic for their self-identity. They're at peace with all the faults their personality beholds. They recognize and accept them wholeheartedly as unchangeable parts of themselves. Sigma males are proud of their imperfections because they believe they create the spectacular amalgam of a perfect personality. Number 6. Prioritizing himself. As it so happens, many people find it necessary to feel shameful while prioritizing themselves. Their altruistic tendencies are so holy that they can no longer think for themselves. And even if such people do anything in self-interest, they can't help but apologize. This trait has pros and cons, but the cons outweigh the pros. Sigma males are a rare breed of men. They uphold their interests and predilections about everyone else. They find it essential to work for their betterment first. A Sigma male will never apologize for giving his self-priority over everyone else because he knows it's beneficial in the long run and mandatory to assure transcendence. Number 7. Being honest. Another thing that Sigma males will never apologize for is being honest. They're not the ones to beat around the bush or play deceit. They're cunning and ruthless and often show it in their words and actions. They'll never be dishonest about a suggestion or an opinion. They detest fake applause and niceties. They admire honesty and loyalty and depict it in their actions. Sigma males will never apologize for being honest about themselves and others because they are genuine and respect others. Number 8. Being truthful. Adding upon to their trait of honesty, Sigma males are also not ashamed of being true. If they find themselves weary or aggravating, they will immediately address it. They wouldn't care about the niceties at all. They will lay down the bare truth instead of suppressing it not to hurt the other person's feelings. Their truthfulness is much sought after in today's world. These days, people are friendly to our faces and bicker and backbite about us behind our backs. Sigma males are highly loath to such deceit, and they proudly tell the truth without thinking of repercussions and never apologize for it. Number 9. Losing. Success is a product of numerous failures. Every wise man knows the value of losing. Negligence serves as a motivation to help us persevere and work better, more innovative, and more complex. Some people are meek enough to start apologizing for their failures, not even realizing the vitality of a failure to aid in their victory. Sigma males are never skeptical about losing. They go by the modus operandi of perseverance and tolerance. They treat each failure as a method to groom and reboot. A Sigma male will never apologize for losing because failure is another step towards success. Before we look at the last point in our list, if you've enjoyed the video, please help us grow the channel by liking our video and subscribing. We appreciate every single one of you. Number 10. For their perspective. Sigma males have a unique way of thinking. Their priorities, attributes, and ambitions are distinctive from other males. Their rare sense of perspective makes them stand out, but they can also be a source of displeasure for others. No matter how skeptical the world is of their outstanding views, a Sigma male will never apologize for his perspectives, priorities, or qualities. Sigma males stand beyond the social hierarchy, and because of their calm, cunning wits and spectacular intellect, they identify and rarely comprehend social conundrums. Hence, they don't find it necessary to apologize for all the reasons listed above. What are some of the things that you have never apologized for? Let us know in the comments section below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Do click the bell icon so that you can be notified when we upload a new video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.